Hello, everybody, and welcome once again. My name is Jack. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, musician, holding down the grid here in Baltimore, Maryland. But what I'm truly passionate about is helping you empower yourself through the spiritual path of creativity. Now, if you've been joining me for the past couple of videos, I've been talking about this book right here. It's called The Artist's Way by a very, very smart, brilliant woman. Her name is Julia Cameron. It's the 30th anniversary of this book, so it's been around a long time, and it's helped a lot of people. It certainly helped me. I think creating is a spiritual process. I think spirituality and creativity are one thing, and we talk about that a lot here. But what I also want to talk about is concrete tools that are going to actually help you get past those creative blocks that are keeping you from your true creativity. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'd really appreciate it if you give me a like or subscribe to the channel so you can join us here and take part in what we're doing. I want to build a community because I think once we share all our experiences together, we become stronger as artists. And if this is your first time here, welcome. If you coming back, thank you for coming back. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, how your morning pages are going, how your artist dates are going. We'll get to that in just a moment. But what I really want to talk about today is recovering a sense of safety as we get started on this journey, right? I think that when we are young, it all starts when we're little kids. We tell our parents or we tell our relatives or we tell our teachers, you know, what we want to do. We want to be a singer, we want to be a filmmaker, we want to be an actor, or, we want to be a dancer. Oftentimes that gets met with a response like, oh, well, gee, that's great, but artists have a hard life. Get ready for a hard life. It's kind of rough out there. Not really everybody can be an artist. It's only for the really, really, really talented. You're going to probably end up bussing tables or, working at a store, doing retail, and then eventually when you realize you can't find a job, you're probably just going to give it up. But, and it can be your hobby, and that's nice. So go ahead and do what you want to do. We're met with caution. And I think that, our relatives, our parents, our teachers, they're not trying to discourage us because, they're trying to be negative or they're trying to keep us from doing what we want. What they're trying to do is protect us. They're trying to keep us safe. They know that, maybe the stories they've heard of, people going out and failing or becoming poor or all the other nightmarish myths and fairy tales that surround being an artist, it scares them, and they're trying to protect you. They want to keep you from a life that's going to be hard. They're looking out for your best interests, but that's not always what's best for you. Like I said, they're coming at you with caution when what they should be giving you is support. I think the main thing we hear is, hey, drawing is fun, but it's not going to pay the bills. Yeah, singing songs is great, not going to pay the bills. Dancing, yeah, everyone loves to dance. It's not going to pay the bills. Well, when you hear that over and over again, what's your first thought? Well, let's say maybe you want to be an actor or a director, but you don't think you can do it, so you become a casting director. I think casting directors are probably the main people who are shadow artists, right? They want to do what you're doing, but they are too scared to do it, so they become casting directors. And then from the sidelines, they can sort of do what they want to do, but they're still, they're safe. They're making a living that way. They do something that's adjacent to what they want to do, but they feel a little more safe doing that. The artist that's inside of you is that little child. Your artist is a child who wants to create. So giving yourself a chance to do that, you need a place that's safe. And in order to sort of eliminate those negative beliefs, we have to shine a light on them, right? Those are shadow beliefs. In order to shine a light on those, we got to do a little bit of detective work and go back and find out what it is that is keeping us from doing what we really want to do. So I have a little job for you if you so choose to do this, and this is going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of work. What you want to do is you want to sit down and ask yourself, what are the main things that are keeping you from doing what you really want to do? And be honest, being an artist is going to make me poor. Being an artist is going to make my lover leave me. Being an artist is going to end my marriage. Being an artist is going to leave me enough time to do my real job or my real work. Being an artist is going to make people look at me funny. Being an artist is going to make me become eccentric. Being an artist is going to make me go crazy. Whatever it is, I want you to make a list of all the things that you feel are keeping you from doing what you really want to do. Then I want you to go back. I want you to read that list, whatever it is, and whatever reason you gave for why you shouldn't be an artist, I want you to write the opposite of that, whatever it is, even if you don't believe it right now. If you say, being an artist means I'm going to be poor, then I want you to write being an artist means I'm going to have what I need. If you say being an artist is going to make me scatterbrained and disorganized, I want you to write artists are organized. If being an artist is going to make me unpredictable and afraid, I want you to write being an artist is going to make me brave and dependable. Whatever it is you wrote, I want you to write the opposite of that, because these are what are going to become our affirmations, and we're going to work with these affirmations. A negative belief is exactly that. It's a belief. It's not a fact. It's not a fact. It's just something that you believe. But when you make an affirmation, when you say, I am a prolific and brilliant artist, that's an affirmation. And an affirmation is a statement that something is already so. By making that statement, you are announcing to the universe that it's already true. And I know this sounds a little kooky, right? This doesn't sound practical. This doesn't sound like it's going to pay the bills. But what I want you to do here is I just want you to open that door a little bit. Just crack that door open a little bit and open your mind up to what it might mean to work with these affirmations and say them all the time. Maybe you even write them down when you're doing your morning pages and see what happens. Just see what happens when you allow yourself, when you tell yourself the things that are going to actually help you understand truly who you are. And let's see where that goes. I want you to work with those in your morning pages that you're doing every morning. Are you doing your morning pages? Last week we talked about morning pages. And for those of us who are just joining us, what morning pages are is every morning we get up 20 minutes early, get out a notebook and a pen, and you write 3 pages of stream of consciousness. Whatever comes to your mind, you just write it down on the page. 3 pages of it, get it out of the way. It's not art. It's not professional, right? It's not a journal. No one's going to read it. No one reads your morning pages, not even you. Don't even read them when you're done. You just write it down, you close the notebook, and you put it away till next morning. Write 3 pages of stream of consciousness. Drain your brain first thing in the morning. Those are your morning pages. And affirmations are a great thing to put in your morning pages. Like, let's say you're like first thing in the morning, sometimes you're like, I don't know what to write. I'm blocked. So you write, I'm blocked. Well, write your affirmations. Write, I am a prolific and creative artist. I will be provided for. My art will be seen. My art will be appreciated. My art will help me become a better person. Whatever it is you want to write, I would encourage you to do that in your morning pages. And then I want you to let me know how those are going. How are your morning pages going? Those of you who've been doing morning pages, leave me a comment down below and let me know how they've affected me. Maybe you're not having fun. Maybe they're bringing up some stuff that you don't want to talk about. Maybe you've learned some stuff. Maybe actually it's brought some light to some things. I want to know what it does. They can do a lot. They can do all of the above. Morning pages are probably the most powerful tool that we work with here, alongside the artist date. Because alongside your morning pages, once a week, what I want you to do is take yourself on a date, an artist date, which means it's just you You are going out. You're by yourself, but who you're really with is your inner artist. And you do something that you want to do. Like something that you've been thinking about doing but haven't had a chance to do. Maybe it's a trip to your local arcade that that you haven't been to in a long time. Do they still have arcades? Maybe it's a trip to the zoo, or maybe it's a trip to see a concert or a movie, or just like, even if you only have 5 or 10 minutes and you want to just dip into the bookstore and go into the children's book section and look at some of your favorite books or get inspired. Maybe if you're a musician, you want to go into a music store and look at cool guitars and amps, or maybe you want to go somewhere where you can look at posters. Anything that'll inspire you, that counts as an artist date. It can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It can be just, even if you only have 10 or 15 minutes, it counts, as long as you plan it out and you do it. You make a date and you fulfill that date by showing up, and then your artist is going to feel very, very, very comforted by that. It helps you with a sense of safety, so you can feel safe and your artist can come out and play with you, and you can make art that way. A lot of ideas will come to you that way. Here's an interesting exercise also, if you so choose to take part. It's called Imaginary Lives. If you could just write down 5 lives that if you could live 5 times and you could live 5 dream lives, what would be your imaginary lives? And I want you to go crazy with this one. Like, I would be a detective. I would be a scuba diver. I'd be a Navy SEAL. I would be a cattle rancher. I would be a farmer, photojournalist. I would be a professional surfer. I would be a stand-up comedian. Whatever your dream job is, I want you to write down what your 5 dream imaginary lives are. So then, after you've done that, country singer, college professor, professional drummer, whatever it is, whatever your 5 imaginary lives are, I want you to come up with 5 different things that you can do right now that take you towards one of those. Okay? So, for instance, let's say you wanted to be a cowboy. Okay? Maybe you can take a horseback riding lesson. Maybe there's somebody around you maybe there's a ranch nearby that does horseback. Or maybe there's just a place that has horses and you can just go look at horses. Or, like, let's say you're a drummer, or let's say your dream is to be a drummer. Maybe you could stop by a music store, pick up a pair of drumsticks. Just pick up a pair of drumsticks, take them home and beat on things. A tiny little small, like, let's say you want to be a photographer. Go buy, maybe get a little disposable, whatever. Like, I don't know if they sell disposable cameras anymore. But you could just use, go out and take some pictures. Go out into nature and shoot some photos. Whatever it is, whatever your dream imaginary life is, take a tiny little small step in that direction and see what happens. For those of you who've been doing morning pages, I want you to let me know, how many days a week did you do your morning pages? We're always hoping for 7 out of 7. If not, did you do them 5 out of 7? 3 out of 7? Did you get them done at all? Anything at all that you've done, I mean, you should be proud of yourself for even attempting it. And if you haven't been doing your morning pages, if you've been avoiding it, ask yourself why. Like, what's the main thing keeping yourself from doing it? And how can you maybe bribe yourself to do it? Maybe it's like, if I do my morning pages this morning, I get to buy myself some Starbucks. If I do my morning pages this morning, I get to take myself out to lunch. I get to watch that movie I've been wanting to see. Make sure you reward yourself. Reward your artist for doing this, because this is hard work. And if you're out there and you're doing morning pages, you're going out on artist dates, I really, really, really am proud of you. I congratulate you for doing this job. Being an artist takes bravery. So if you're out there doing it, I'm really proud of you. I think I'm going to wrap it up for this particular episode. My band's called Mera. If you guys are ever on Spotify, you can check it out. I'm on all the streaming platforms. If you like alternative rock and roll, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a listen. And just don't forget to go forward in your work with peace and gratitude, and make sure you show the world your greatness, because you are great. Thank you, everybody.